Stitches got to be one of the craziest people in hip hop. And I say this because of all of the antics he done pulled throughout his career. There was a time where he made up a whole lot about him being with Kylie Jenner just to get some clout tokens. And there was a time where he got knocked out by Wet 100 because he was clout chasing a little too much. He tried to pull up on the game and try to put hands on him, and it didn't go his way. And I mean, there was even a point in time where he got himself arrested because he was hallucinating and called the cops on himself. You want to sit and hear this story. Stitches is somebody who came into the music space during the rise of the whole world star era, but he came in different. This was a time before how music was today, before it was all of these people trying to thrive off antics and build their careers, build their music careers off social media presence. Stitches came into the music space, face tatted crazy, he hyper aggressive. I mean, the man had an album called Time for. And that right there is telling a lot about Stitches in his life, because his life and that come up of his was real interesting. Growing up, he would come out and basically make his life sound real insane. He was like, I was doing that white stuff when I was 11. I was a full-on drug dealer at 14. But all of these stories he would tell would come back to kind of bite him. People would start really digging into the things he was saying, and they would find out that his stories was kind of not the truth. For example, Stitches, when he was coming up, he was bragging about how he got expelled when he was a freshman. He told us that the principal was talking a little crazy and he decided to go punch on him. And when you say something like this and you got clout on the internet, of course people gonna start digging into it. And that's exactly what happened. People dug into what he said about his principal, found the specific principal, and asked him about it. Miami New Times wrote this. Stitches said that he was expelled from high school his first year for punching the principal, said the principal was talking too crazy. But this is where several questions begin to arise about his past. The article wrote this: Manuel Garcia, the principal that Stitches was talking about, says that he was never punched. He said he knew Stitches by name. Principal said, I've been a principal here for 11 and a half years, and that claim is completely false. So we had him lying about this principal situation. But on the other hand, it did seem like he was in the streets around 14, like he said he was serving. But 14, 15, 16, his teenage years will also be when he started to go a little overboard with them face tats. When Stitches was like 16, he would start getting crazy with the face tats. The first thing that nigga tatted on his face was the stitches across his mouth, basically to show people what would happen if they told on him. Then right around 17, 18, the man goes and get an AK-47 tatted on his face because you wanna know why? He said that that was his favorite gun. But he also spoke to Complex about these face tats. He said, that's all how I look. The stitches on my mouth, what I stand for is no snitching. You know what I mean? I don't like no snitch. It's no face paint, none of that. That's just who I am. I'm about what I say in my music. You just listen to it and it'll speak for itself. That's basically all I can say. I've been living on my own since 14, so it ain't none. There was no saying if I could have got it or not. I've been eked out. I got the AK on my face when I was 16, but I had all of them tats on me already. I had a different lifestyle. And even though Stitches did have people paying attention to him because the nigga looked crazy, what about the music? Because he is a rapper, right? Yes, he is, and his music did have a part of playing some of this attention he was getting. Well, years and years ago, early 2010s, he had this song come out called Brick in Your Face. And this is what really gave him attention. This was his big breakout single. It was on some screaming shit. He talking about, if you don't got my money, when I come to collect, it's gonna be a problem. And that's the type of time he was on. And he was screaming. It was on some X shit. He was screaming in these tracks about wanting his money and having these drugs. And that really wasn't normalized how it is today. This was in 2014. So people had this white dude with literal stitches tatted across his face screaming on the track. Of course that's gonna get attention. Right now this song got 33 million views on the music video, so it means something. And when the song was blowing up, Vice wrote this on the man. Though it seems like Stitches and Brick in Your Face came out of nowhere, this dude's been kicking around corners in the Miami rap world and internet for a while. The first Stitches song to hit the net were Dirty Game and Love for My Haters. And before Stitches was Stitches, he was Lil Phil, a teenage drug dealer and sometimes rapper who lived in Miami. A trip to his old Twitter reveals a single ride that gained about 88,000 plays on YouTube. So when Stitches' music would start blowing up, he was just being an artist. He would go to do these shows, and these shows would get crazy. And I'm not over exaggerating when I say this. I mean, he had a show one night where Stitches was kind of proving to the crowd that, nigga, I am about what I rap about. He on stage And you know, in his songs, this man liked to rap about doing drugs and having coke on him. At this show, he decided to invite 4 girls up from the crowd on stage. So these 4 girls would get on stage and they wouldn't just be dancing, they wouldn't just be singing a song with him. That man had them up on that stage, snorting with him. But there was a problem. Stitches was married. Yes, during this whole come up, this man had a wife in the background. And she just so happened to see what was happening on that stage. And she was so mad that she wanted to shut the show down. Complex wrote this. As he continued to bring girls into the stage, he once again reminded the crowd that he was really about it, saying, I got dope money. You think I'ma really buy some fake drugs? While all of this seemed to please Stitch's fan base at the show, his wife was not happy and was determined to shut down the concert while yelling in the background, I'm gonna F her up. So Stitches blew up branding himself how he was. And like I said in my last video, if you online acting hard, if you just acting hard in general, you are giving people an open invitation to come mess with you. And it was more than just a single person coming to attack Stitches. I mean, he had problems with everybody and it would get worse as the year would go on. Back in 2015, this man was beefing with Kylie Jenner out of all people. And he would really be full on clout chasing, embarrassing himself. So Stitches would come out with his boy and they would drop this song basically dissing Kylie Jenner and Tiger. They was basically like Stitches cracked that while she was with Tiger and that she was a whole liar. And I mean, while he was full blown going at it, doing interviews, speaking on what him and Kylie allegedly did, he would tell one of these interviewers that, oh, this is exactly what happened between me and Kylie. Stitches said, I did coke with Kylie and then slept with her while she was in a relationship with Tiger, the rapper. He then went on to describe their encounter in a raunchy new diss track. Stitches said, and if Tiger has one problem with anything I got to say about his girl, he can come see me about it whenever he want. I'll beat it out of him. And he claims that he had proof that they were smashing. And what I'm about to read you, I don't know what the hell he had going on. This shit cringe. He said, we did some drugs. She called me daddy. She didn't bring up Tiger not one time. She did not seem remorseful, not one bit. I'm not gonna lie, some attention online could never get this deep where you lying about who you smashing. Then he said after they did what they did, she allegedly blocked his calls, and that's when Stitches got mad and started crashing out online. Him and his boy dropped this diss track on Tiger and Kylie, like I said, and then the world was looking, because he just randomly started dissing Kylie Jenner. So the world looking, everybody like, what do you got going on? Then he would get on IG, he would post some obviously fake messages with him and Kylie. And people got to question his Stitches. So they end up hitting up his boy, the man that was the feature on the song named Ink. And Ink explained the whole situation. In these messages, somebody sent a picture to Ink and was like, bro, what are you doing? Chicks get smashed every day. Why you going so hard? Ink responds, just to get media buzzing. Any publicity is good publicity. And the person messaging Ink saying, you looking like a clown trying to get famous off a lay on some superhead shit. Go write a book. Ink responds, I didn't even smash her. Chill with all of that. And so he's basically confirming that this whole situation with him and Stitches was just clout chasing. They wanted some attention. And a few months after the whole Kylie Jenner situation, the internet now hip hop looking at him kind of sideways because that was an insane clout move. And we had the Stitches get into it with the Game out of all people. They ended up running into each other one day. Stitches wanted a picture. Game ain't want to give him one. So Stitches got mad. Then he hits the Game up on IG, start talking crazy. Now they beefing. These the messages that Stitches posted. The Game said, you think you funny? I thought we was good. Stitches responds, shut up and fight me. The Game says, what you gonna gain from fighting me? Stitches responds, I'm gonna show everyone how you a fake ass pussy nigga and don't even try to apologize when you send subliminals through Twitter. Now, you probably thinking, I thought Stitches was white. Why is he on here saying nigga? Well, I thought the same thing when writing this script. I don't know why nobody said nothing to him or why none of these rappers in the industry called him out for saying nigga when he is not black, but that's just something that he gonna be doing throughout the rest of this video. He be saying nigga more than me. But not too long after these messages got posted, Stitches will run into the Game in real life. He seen that the Game was at this club and he wanted to put hands on him. So he comes up to this club, but he couldn't get in. And you know what Stitches does? He pulls out that phone. That man got to recording the whole situation.
Yeah, so y'all see we out here in Story. Come see the pussy. See what he talking about. See what they talking about out here.
Give you the luxury on the other things they don't. And they honestly do you a favor because you're not even supposed to be inside.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I'm always in this club, and now you want to let me in because the day of the game's here. So
okay, this is what I'm gonna tell you to do.
This your whip, right? This your whip. I'm out here, boy. I'm outside. You can come out here when you want, boy. Come get these hands. You said you're looking for me. This is my city, boy. Right here. Club Story. You see it, boy. I'm right here, and you don't want to come out. And he told the bouncers, don't let me in, pussy boy. I'm right out here still, boy. You already know, bro. Look. Look. They don't want to let me in. Because the game say don't let them. Look at this whip right here. I'm right by your whip. Where you at though, boy? I'm still waiting out here. It's raining. Nigga ain't gonna get wet for you. But your pussy ass still hasn't come out the club. You said you was waiting for me. I've been out here for an hour already. You a straight pussy ass. Still waiting for you to come outside so I can pop you in front of the police and go to jail, nigga, cause I ain't scared of your pussy. Oh, jail, nigga. You a scared ass. You said you was gangster. You said you was looking for me. I'm right here. Boy, come out. Look what I do since you don't want to come out, pussy. Oh, chill out with this. Oof, wow. We still out here. Look at your whip again, boy. Look at your little gas whips. And the police here to help you. We don't see them boys, though. Just so you know, nigga.
And so he antagonizing this man, thinking shit was sweet the whole time, and it was all fun and games until the game stepped outside with his people, and they put belt the ass on that man. I mean, they knocked him out on camera in front of the world, and more specifically, Whack 100, the game's manager at the time, was the one that knocked him out. And you know, before Stitches even got knocked out, the police was paying attention to him. Remember the clip I just showed you? Stitches driving by, and he looking, police around. They watching him. They see this one specific car keeps driving by, keeps driving by. So they was thinking, oh, he either about to do a drive-by or shoot the club up. So cops end up stopping them. And when the cops stopped him, Stitches was trying to get past him to get to the game in them. And he did get past the cops, and that's when Whack 100 knocked Stitches out. And so Stitches just got beat up on camera in front of the world.
Hey man, that man Stitches just got his whole mouth busted open in front of the police, man. Hey, Sonic was there.
Then barely even 2 days later, the man gets into another fight on camera and got whooped again. TMZ wrote, a source close to the rapper says that the people delivering this smackdown were all current or former members of Stitches' crew. We told one guy thought Stitches was setting him up to get robbed, so he arranged a meeting last Saturday at a Florida barbershop where Stitches showed up, and you can see on video he tried to run, but ended up getting attacked, catching a few solid shots to the face. Remember, he was just coming off a night in jail and a KO at the hands of Whack 100 and the game's manager. So Stitches went through all of that, getting knocked out, going to jail, getting trolled on the internet for getting knocked out again. Then in January 2017, he turns around and gets arrested for something that could have been avoided 100%. He was being a real ignorant nigga, not just being a respectful, upstanding citizen. He goes to the store, right? And instead of him just being normal, he decides to go park in a handicap spot. But he parks in his handicap spot with gas on him, with a gun on him, with mags on him. And you see what he looked like. His face is recognizable. Cops seen him. And they was like, you know what? He looks familiar. And he ain't no handicap. So they wait until he get ready to leave the store. They pull him over. They had probable cause to search him. This man had 40 grams of Zon in the car. Like I said, 2 mags under the seat. He was basically moving crazy when the whole situation could have been avoided. You know what happens at the end of that day? That man gets arrested all because he decided to park in the handicap spot. If you want to ride dirty, you can ride dirty, but you got to respect the law, nigga. I don't understand what he thought was going to happen during this situation, but he got booked. Right after getting arrested, he turns around and then gets into it with somebody you hear from a lot today. Bad Baby, Danielle Bergoli. Today, she's a grown woman, But back in 2017, she wasn't. Now, I'm not gonna say how old she was because we're on YouTube, but what is 21 minus 8? That's how old she was when all of this went down. This is what happened. People were saying that Stitch's grown man at the time tricked her into making a song and a music video without approval from nobody. We had Stitches claiming that he was just looking out for Danielle Bregoli and that he wasn't on no weird timing. But this situation was weird, and I don't understand what he could have achieved as a grown man to mentor this girl underage at the time that he don't got no relations with. What are you doing? Why are you calling her up to shoot a music video and do all this extra shit? Anyways, though, this is what's said to happen. He reached out to her friends on social media wanting to work, which is weird, but they denied it. So he offered some cash to her to come over and record this song. And after it went down and he got called out, Bregoli team was basically saying she was uncomfortable, but we had Snitches denying all of the claims. XXL wrote this. TMZ reports that Bregoli and her friend went over to Stitch's house and recorded the song and shot a music video with him. Bregoli's rep say she was uncomfortable with the whole ordeal and describes Stitches as a scumbag. For his part, Stitches denies these claims, and according to his rep, he only wants what's best for the overnight sensation and hope to act as a mentor. But past all of them other situations, he gets back into more problems. 2022, the world finds out that he got locked up again on some charges you would expect from him. Like I said earlier, his whole image was moving coke. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm selling, I'm snorting. Remember, he had the girls from the crowd come up and do it. So for him to get arrested in 2022 on some coke and firearm charges, I don't think people were surprised. But the real situation on what actually happened was what had people surprised. It was more than this him getting pulled over because he ran a stop sign or he ran a red light. These drugs were found because of him. So Stitches is actually the one who called the cops this time. He called the cops saying that, oh, 4 men ran in my business and I'm scared. I sent my wife to the back and I don't know what's happening, but I need y'all to come right now. I think we getting robbed. Told the cops the dudes won't leave. So cops pull up. They search, they don't see anyone. And you might be like, okay, the dudes probably ran, but they don't see anyone. They don't see any signs of struggle. They don't see any signs that somebody was even there to begin with. So they start thinking like, was anyone here to begin with? But no, nobody ever was trying to attack his business. There were not 4 men in his business trying to get him and his wife. He made all of this shit up in his head. I'm pretty sure he was so high, he imagined these 4 dudes running in trying to rob his business. So like I said, the cops pull up, they don't see anyone, but they search the area. They got to. You just said you was about to get robbed. So they searching, they don't find people, but what they do find is some coke. What they do find is a weapon. So this man called the cops on himself just to end up being the one being arrested. But the situation gets even crazier. All of this was caught on camera.
Trust me, man.
All right, just go ahead and get all the info right now.
Oh, the last thing I want to do is ever discharge my weapon.
So this is your firearm,
Oh, yeah, I'm licensed.
not hers. You're saying that she's...
No, she didn't fire. I fired. The last thing I ever want to do, man, is fire my weapon. I couldn't see the actual ceiling color, man. I was like this behind the door. I gave warning. I put down everything I love, man. Everything I love. I'm just there with my wife. We have 4 kids.
I get it. Your kids are all up there too?
No. Imagine. What if they came trying to kill both of us? You know, I didn't know. I knew nobody's there. I went my door. Here's that box move. I know. Like my studio, I was scared. I was scared. I had to.
Just relax, okay?
No, my heart just beating because, like, at the end when she called, I thought they were gonna come and rush us, like, so it was just kind of scary, you know.
And you said it happened 20 minutes ago from the time we got here?
No.
Why didn't you call us?
No, we called you right. No, we called you. I kept telling her she was scared. She was only good. I said, do not shoot, babe. I'm giving her warnings. I don't want her to get...
So you called 911?
Yeah, she called like within the 3 minutes or 4 minutes. You know, but I know I did the right thing that they taught me in class, which is give a warning.
I get it.
Nah, I'm explaining to you because you understand me.
I do.
really do.
It's okay.
You all right, baby? It's okay. Sorry, it's the last thing I want.
I know.
Tell the truth always. I don't need a lawyer. I'll tell the truth. Give me photos.
I get it. He just says the same thing over and over and over.
That's fine. DB's coming, so I need you to stay here. Is this your car?
Yeah,
Do you have any weapons in the car?
back.
What do you have?
Yeah, but it's not, I keep that. I'm a rapper. I like people. I'm a target, dude.
So let me ask you, is this your car?
Oh yeah.
And the weapon in the back belongs to you?
Yeah,
Or a rapper?
I'm licensed.
No, I know, but I'm saying, I thought you say it belongs to a rapper.
No, I'm a rapper.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, man, I just want to make my 4 kids every day. Shit, right?
Huh?
I don't even call it this shit. I know they're doing it wrong.
No, we're doing this because we're treating it as a crime scene. There were people in your place.
Yeah.
You defended yourself, and we need to
Would you
get
have
as
done
much
the same- would
information.
You have done the same thing?
Yeah, so have people coming at me with firearms and invasion of my
Scared, bro.
business and property.
I was honestly really scared because, bro, I'm outnumbered.
Now, that was in 2022, and that's really the last we done heard from the man. He ain't been in the news since or beef with any rappers or did nothing weird, which is crazy when you think about that. His whole career was just full of bad times and him just beefing with people. They beefing with Kylie Jenner for some clout. You get knocked out by Wet 100. All of that really added up to people's bad perception of the man. Then on top of all of that, the music ain't hitting on none. When the last time you heard somebody speak on Stitches or play a Stitches song? If you look into his catalog on his Apple Music, the last project of his was in 2020 called Married to the Bricks. And I mean, after seeing that shit I just played, I don't think he was lying. But last month, he did drop a single with an artist. But that's it. Do y'all remember Stitches? How do y'all feel about the man? I think he's in the same boat as the dude from my last video, Slim Jesus. This man told the world he was lying about being in the streets and got immediately blackballed. If you want to hear that story, click the video on screen right now.